I'm Sharon Luca, and I've recently completed the Make Peace with Money programme that's run by Kim Masters, and I found the course to be absolutely phenomenal. The attention to detail and the amount of content that Kim has put into this programme is really, it's mind-blowing. And I think I have been on talks and programmes before related to money, but they haven't even scraped the surface of what Kim has included in this course. And I think that is because it has really focused on the energy and the emotional connection that you hold with your relationship with money. So whether that's what you were brought up believing, what your parents told you about money, that it doesn't grow on trees, or that money is hard to come by, those sort of things have really sort of ground into us, and that makes our perception of money that we carry with us right to this day. And then your things that happened to you along the way. We had some real difficult financial times after the recession in 2008, and I know that I've now learned from doing this programme that is actually money trauma from the experience that happened to me during that time, and what emotions I've carried forward as a result of that. So shame, even though I now understand that I don't have any reason to feel shame, because it wasn't a situation that we put ourselves in. It wasn't a matter of the fact that we didn't repay the money that we owed, because we did, but it was just the whole pressure and the emotion of that time that stayed with me, and has really impacted my relationship with money. It has impacted my business, and it's even made me realise that I'm an introvert, I'm quite a shy person, and I don't like confrontation, and even those sort of things, and how I handle different situations, all of this has come out as part of this programme. So it is some really deep work, and it has been quite challenging, and it has meant that we have had to really focus on self-care during the programme. But oh my God, what a difference that has made, because just ridding things that have been sat festering away inside for years and years, and for now those to be reframed and seen in a different light, and be able to close the door on some of those chapters in your life that you just want to leave behind and move forward from. This course has enabled me to do that. So I can't impress enough on how important it is for you to speak up and get help if you feel that you have any money issues. And I think even from the point of view that you may not have had any sort of traumatic situation around money, but literally just your belief that has been learnt behaviour for you as you've been growing up and as you've carried that into adulthood, even that can be impacting. I know as women we don't talk about money, we struggle to ask our true value when it is pricing our products and services, and all of these are down to our relationship and our money beliefs. So the more help you can get to understand that and be able to work through those and set a new plan for the future, set yourself new money goals, and to really be able to reach what is there for you to take, but you've always held back because you felt you weren't worthy, or don't warrant that type of success because of negative things that have held you back in the past. So I hope from this you can see just the impact that this course can have on you. So thank you to Kim and the ladies that I shared the experience with. It has been truly life-changing, and I'm so grateful and look forward to continue working with Kim to continue to work on my story and to be able to spread the word about it to others so that they can have the same impact as well. So yeah, can't recommend it enough.
Constantly scared about anything to do with money. You know, I was constantly scared that I didn't have enough. I had no confidence in my ability to manage my money. I felt like I couldn't really make any major decisions around money. Like I wouldn't even let myself have a credit card because I was too scared. I developed this idea that I was really bad with money and that I was personally not capable of managing money effectively. And so I just thought that any time that I touched it, it would go wrong, and that I would open myself up to potentially bad and horrible things happening in my life. When you sort of pointed out to me that maybe it wasn't necessarily just practical knowledge that I needed, that maybe there was something a bit deeper driving this, it was just like a light bulb moment of like, oh my goodness, this is bigger than just knowing how to put a P&L together. This is something. I think I remember when we was talking, I had quite an emotional reaction to some of the things that you said. I literally burst into tears, and that's what made me realise that this was much more than some sort of basic accountancy training that was needed, that this was something that was right in the core of my being that needed to be dealt with. Definitely, yes. I mean, I think you're right. A lot of conventional sort of debt management and money advice tends to focus around the very practical elements of do this, don't do this, and so on and so forth. But for me, like particularly the vision boarding exercise was transformative, because it took me from thinking of money as this kind of scary thing that had nothing to do with me or that was just out to sabotage me in some way, to actually, do you know what, if we do this right, this is what could happen. And it kind of made me connect it to things that were perhaps a bit more meaningful to me than, I wasn't a massively materialistic person, but I was able to put onto my vision board how I wanted to earn my money, and the fact that if I got more confident with my money, I would feel like I could, start a family and things like that. But I'd never really connected with money before. But I think I mentioned this to you. I actually found the vision board when I moved house recently. And I realised that everything that I'd put on there, so I put down that I wanted to earn my money in a kind of very creative way, doing writing and visual things. And I now own my own creative agency, so check. There were pictures of little feet on there, and I now have 2 beautiful children who I adore. And I now live in, a lovely house with, as was on the vision board, wisteria outside the door.
So how do you see money now?
It's just a means to an end. It's not something to be frightened of. It's something that comes, goes, ebbs, flows. But I just feel kind of confident enough that I can handle those ups and downs.
Brilliant.
I was attracted making peace with money. I said, oh, something interesting here. So in being part of that course, I began to have a sense of the many things that are connected to money, that it was possible to work and become more conscious about the relationship with money. I needed to explore a bit more deeper those whys, and seeing the way you were working during the course, I felt that I could trust you, and that I could feel at home and at ease to bring up my whatever was inside, that I didn't even know what was there actually, but I found it out in these months. And so I'm really grateful for all the steps and the deep diving into those unconscious decision and experiences in my youth, I would say, and as a little girl, that made me unable to receive because I thought I was so unworthy. Well, quite a lot is changing, and I feel more relaxed. I feel I have the possibility. At the moment, of course, that unworthiness is surfacing, but now it's like I'm aware of that, so that makes the difference. And I feel this opening up in bringing myself forth and showing up and receiving as well. So this is changing, and I must say that I already have some new entrances. There are new clients that are showing up and that want to work with me. So this is, well, I would really warmly suggest to really allow to be guided by you to discover what were the decisions, the events that are there in order to really open up and receive money, receive love, receive the others, receive in a more ample way.